Yeah, I was just doing nothing much, and by doing nothing, I made a decision that none of you will be proud of me for, but I saw the first of the Kissing Booth movies on Netflix. I was only watching them while I was only watching the first one while I was doing something, then yeah, then I finished it, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Then this popped up, so I should have started this video saying something else. I'm gonna be back, and hopefully you will remember none of this. I'm kidding, you'll all remember that. I can't change a damn thing about it. Anyway, this just randomly popped up in my recommendations, and if I remember, I've seen this video before. Hold on. Um, in fact, so yeah, judging by the like that I had already given the video, I have seen it before, but since it has been a while, I think, I'm gonna catch up on this. iCarly was a very interesting show, of course. you know, really depending on what time you were born. So I was born in the year 2000. So I was around 2000s back for me back when Nickelodeon sitcoms actually had content. That was during the golden age of Nickelodeon sitcoms, or at least for me. At least for everyone who grew up in the 2000s, around the 2000s, it was all that and Keenan and Kel and Amanda Show. I'd never seen the Amanda Show though, but the ones I did see, all that Keenan and Kel, Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, Victorious. Yeah, even Big Time Rush I've seen, and a little bit of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Those are to me the best of the Nickelodeon sitcoms or the Nickcoms. Like, sure, they're not you know high quality stuff, but they're entertaining for me. And I actually rewatched iCarly last year, because like I keep mentioning, last year I was going through a bad phase in my life where earlier in the year I had a panic attack. Ironic that I had a panic attack on the same year the pandemic was starting. And I had to, use sitcoms as a way to sort of calm down, but it worked in many ways. I feel like watching sitcoms, the force, regardless of the forced laugh track or if they have a laugh track or not, they work better than therapy. So I think sitcoms are pretty therapeutic, where it's like, okay, I can laugh at that. That's good. But yeah, iCarly was made during that time, and it was a show I remember fondly enough. And that last episode, I've seen it twice. One of the few times where a certain creator had, finished his own shows. The first ones being Drake and Josh, and then Zoe 101 and iCarly. Those are the only ones I remember that actually had a conclusion from Dan Schneider. Victorious is the only one I think that didn't have it, much to my because from what I know, they wanted to do more seasons of Victorious, but Nickelodeon was sort of getting tired of the whole musical trend. Essentially, Victorious was Entourage meets iCarly, because it's got that vibe. But the whole thing is, I do remember vividly iCarly, and then for me, what really killed Nickelodeon sitcoms was Sam and Cat. That was like the beginning. That was for like both the beginning of the end of good quality and the final nail in the coffin for Nickelodeon sitcoms. It only lasted one season and it was already bad. I only seen a few episodes and I thought, yeah, they're nothing like iCarly or Victorious. And then, after that, it's the Thundermans and Henry Danger and a few other shows I don't want to acknowledge because I feel like I've seen some episodes casually if I was at someone's house and they were watching it. But for me, I feel like it's like something must have changed in Nickelodeon. And, of course, now it's come out that Dan Schneider is actually a bit difficult to work with. That being said, let's think of something positive. Spencer's infamous spaghetti tacos. And I do know that the reboot is coming out later this week on Paramount Plus. I might check it out just for the hell of it. I am interested to see where they go because I feel like with the streaming, they're going to be able to get away with more stuff that they could never get away with on network television. That's actually the benefit of streaming is that you can get away with enough. You can get away with a lot that you could not get away with on network television. They'll probably, I am hoping, although I do know that Dan Schneider is no longer is not involved with the reboot, which is probably a good sign because, like I mentioned, Sam and Cat was where his writing really started to get stale, and I want to stop mentioning that name ever again. So let's just watch Andrew recreate Spencer spaghetti tacos.
All you need to make spaghetti tacos are some taco shells, some spaghetti noodles, noodles,
Hold on,
our
let me
secret
restart.
sauce, and
I'm leaving it on the
all you
auto.
need to make spaghetti tacos are some taco shells, some spaghetti noodles, noodles, our secret sauce, and meatballs.
And Sam made all the meatballs. Yeah.
Where are the meatballs? Right about here, being dissolved by my stomach acid.
That's gross. That is Sam. She started off as a tomboy, but that was way before, they ruined her character in Sam and Cat. Because I do get it. Sam, I understand it, but although Sam is technically a lot of people, although I will say there are times where I think, I'm not going to mention it, but yeah. Oh yeah, I do know that she's not showing up, and that's because I think Jenna McCurdy has quit acting. Hold on, let me look it up. Let's see, has Jeanette McCurdy? Yeah, has Jeanette McCurdy quit acting? Jeanette McCurdy is continuing to open up her about her decision to. So it's since, according to People Magazine, it says here that despite the success she found at a young age, she was deeply unhappy before she decided to step away. Let me see. Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy. Wikipedia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could understand why. I think that thing. Let's see, retirement, later work and retirement from acting. Um, yeah, it revealed that she did not see herself returning to acting, stating that she had been ashamed of the role she played in the past. She went on to say that she initially began acting to provide for her family, but quit after her mother died. That's gotta suck. At the same time, I think I can understand. I think you know, she's kind of suffered. You know, she's kind of suffered a lot. I think yeah, because it says here that her mother died. I feel like I can understand why. Just starting off at that young age, and I think the burnout from it. I understand why. So at the same time, I am upset that Sam is not coming back. But I understand where Jeanette McCurdy would quit, and I respect her decision. You know, so yeah, that's gross.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're putting this spaghetti into a taco, as per your numerous and repeated requests. First off, we just gotta make a simple tomato sauce, and that starts with fresh basil, fresh garlic, red pepper flake, dried oregano, half a small onion, a can of San Marzano tomatoes, and some tomato paste. Minimal prep here, we just gotta mince the basil, chop the garlic, which the easiest way to do that is to crush the clove using the side of the knife, and roughly chop. Sorry, I know we've done all this stuff like a million times, but it's nice to have a refresher every once in a while. Then we are finally mincing the onion and heading over to the stovetop.
Very how good Andrew is
saute pan, we're heating about 2
cutting
tablespoons of olive oil over medium-high heat until shimmering, adding the onion, sauteing for 3 to 5 minutes until soft and translucent, and then adding our sauce enhancers. 1 teaspoon red pepper flake, 1 teaspoon of oregano, our 4 cloves of chopped garlic, and a solid 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. This is going to help give the sauce a little bit more of a slow-cooked taste, even though we're only going to cook it for about an hour. Go ahead and saute that for about a minute until the garlic is nice and fragrant. And then it's time to add our San Marzano tomatoes, but first I want to give them a little chop in a food processor. This way we're going to get a little bit less of a chunky sauce. After 3 to 5 long pulses in the food processor, into the pan they go. Give it a good mix to make sure that everybody's playing nice. Add our chopped basil. You could also add the basil right at the end if you want the flavor to be a little bit more pronounced. But I'm just going to mix mine in now, reduce the heat to medium-low, partially cover, and bring to a rolling simmer. Then reduce the heat to low, give this guy a stir every 10 minutes or so to make sure that nobody's burning or scorching, and then it's time to bravely march into meatball territory. I'm just going to make some super basic meatballs here. A pound of ground beef, an egg, some panko breadcrumbs, a shake of garlic powder, a little splash of milk, and a nice little shake of oregano, because I have a radical idea for how to cook these meatballs. Mainly because I want to make them very, very small so they fit in my taco shell. So I'm going to gingerly form them into 1-inch balls, and then I'm going to try breading half of them, because you might already know where my head's at. I'm going to deep fry these guys, because I don't think that they are going to be very conducive to the usual baking or pan frying. So I'm going to bring a quart of vegetable oil up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to start with the unbreaded balls just to see what happens. These guys are tiny, so they're going to be done cooking in about 3 to 5 minutes. Just pull them out and let them drain on a wire rack once they're nice and crispy and brown. And then let's try out our breaded meatballs. These have just been rolled in panko breadcrumbs, no egg, no flour, and same deal after 3 to 5 minutes, pull them out once they're nice and golden brown and crisp. Now I don't know about you, but if you ask me, those are some handsome little meatballs. First, how about we try the naked ones? And these are okay, they're not bad, but deep fried beef doesn't taste that great. But the breaded ones, now, these are one of my new favorite things. First, you can probably picture how nice they would look on top of a nest of pasta, but they would also make an excellent appetizer with different sauces. Speaking of sauce, our sauce has been simmering for about an hour, and now it's time to sauce up our pasta. Into a large saute pan it goes, along with about a half cup of pasta water and our slightly undercooked pasta, because remember, we're finishing cooking it in the sauce. We're also going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, a generous pinch of kosher salt, and an enthusiastic drizzle of olive oil. And then, if you're able, we want to toss this thing. This is going to help emulsify the fat in the sauce, but if you're not comfortable with tossing, just give it a vigorous stir in the pasta pot. And the end product should be kind of orange like this. That's because of all the fat that we added, and I promise you that a bowl of this is going to kick the absolute ass of any red sauce and pasta you've ever had before. But now we're going to go ahead and decimate it by putting it into a stale taco shell, topping it with a couple meatballs because Sam wasn't around to eat mine. Invite your friend Ari over for a little taco holding assistance, because I want to top this guy with a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan. And because he did such a great job with the taco holding, I'm going to go ahead and let Ari do the taste test on this one. And unsurprisingly, he actually liked it a lot, which makes sense. It's carbs on top of carbs. It's just not acceptable in polite society. Why don't we take a crack at making one that at least makes a little bit more sense flavor-wise? I'm going to start by grating a few ounces of Parmesan cheese and introducing them to a preheated non-stick skillet. I'm just going to pile maybe like, I don't know, what is that, like 2 ounces into the center of the pan and let them sit undisturbed for like 2 to 3 minutes until the edges start turning golden brown. Then I'm going to give it a quick flip, let it cook for another minute just to solidify the cheese on the inside, and then I'm going to drape it over this contraption, basically just a small rolling pin or wooden dowel, that once the cheese has cooled will form it into a taco-like shape. And I think
A Parmesan taco shell. Also, I forgot to say 5432 like Freddy would do. Shows how my mind operates. I'm 21, and yet my mind operates just as it always has been. Brainiac CS stopped working. Yeah.
Parmesan crisp is going to work a whole lot better with pasta and red sauce than a corn tortilla, and I'm sure you will agree. So again, a hefty serving of pasta, and this time I'm going to go with our deep-fried meatballs, a little grating of Parmesan cheese, which I don't need Ari's help because my boys know how to stand on their own, and as I'm sure you might have guessed, this is really, really awesome. Obviously, the flavors all work together very well, but also, the Parmesan crisp is less fragile and holds together during consumption better than the corn tortilla. Never thought I'd say this, but I wholeheartedly endorse these spaghetti tacos.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's too bad. Then again, spaghetti tacos. I always keep thinking of the spaghetti tacos now. Thanks a lot, Andy. No offense, though. I'm glad I'm thinking about these spaghetti tacos. But yeah, I don't really know. It's hard for me to find a large hunk of Parmesan cheese. If I could, I wish I could do that. Like taco, and all I need is a roller. But yeah, I also do remember that I forgot to say the 5432, but it happens. You forget stuff in life. It's like, at least Sam wasn't around to eat Andrew's I want to meet the person who decided that laugh tracks were a good idea and accuse them of crimes against humanity. Well, I don't know who made them. Uh, yeah, I have heard that apparently they're pre-recorded, so technically we are listening to dead people laugh. That's secret. First off, we need garlic. Let's see, iCarly, tacos, spaghetti, meatballs, and sauce. And first off, we need basil, garlic, red pepper flake, dried oregano, half an onion, a can of San Marzano tomatoes, some tomato paste, and a partridge in a pear tree. Damn it! I don't think we need a partridge in a pear tree. Do we? But yeah, this is Andrew we're talking about. Also my friend who's an Italian. What the? Yeah. I don't know. That was a thing with a lot of Dan Schneider shows, is that they were never really recorded in front of a live studio audience. There was always sets, and then they would just add the laugh track in post. The only Dan Schneider show that I don't really think included the laugh track was Zoe 101. It was the only show that Dan Schneider made that did not have the laugh track in it. And even though Zoe 101 I won't say is my favorite of the shows, um I appreciated it for that fact that it wasn't like needing of a laugh track, because the funny moments actually turned out to be pretty funny, and like the sad moments, um, I don't. Can you make kosher salt from binging with Babish? That would be interesting. First off, we're gonna need a whole bunch. First off, we're gonna need a whole rock of kosher. I'm kidding, Andrew. Don't do that. But yeah, that was a thing. Um, and also because I think Zoe 101 was shot on location. Let me see if it was. Zoe 101, American comedy drama series. It was also like the first comedy drama series like the first series that was fully sort of drama. You know, let's see. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is what it says. Zoe 101 was the most expensive production ever for Nickelodeon series, as it was shot completely on location in Malibu. That would make sense, I think. I do know there was the reception. There was the reunion special, which yeah. Hold on. TikTok. Every time it's TikTok. As of March 2021, the complete series is available to stream on Paramount Plus. I might actually yeah. Um. Oh yeah, the time capsule episode. I forgot about that. That was the episode that they had to put it in there, and then Zoe said that there was a message in there that no one was supposed to know. I forget. I gotta look up the time capsule episode. List of Zoe 101 episodes. See. While the gang looks at an old PCA yearbook belonging to Mr. Bender, they wonder. Yeah, so it's Zoe's idea to put the time capsule, and Mr. Bender makes it a class project. About her life at PCA for a project after she tells Chase about her video and possibly mentioning it to him. Yeah, Chase becomes desperate to know what she said about him. Will go rather than wait 20 years. And then yeah, because it was originally supposed to be the time capsule is supposed to be unearthed 20 years later, and yeah, Chase and I think it's Chase and yeah. Let's see, Dustin. Yeah, Chase and Michael, they're trying to go dig for it. He's like, where is it? Where's the time capsule? And then Zoe's like, oh, I'll tell you in 10 years. And then, yeah, and then 10 years later, I think, on the 10th anniversary of that episode, they literally, reveal it. And yeah, it turns out that, yeah, because that was a thing, where Zoe suspected of Chase because Chase had a thing for Logan. Chase, not Logan. Zoe, damn brain, why do you not work, brain? Why do you not work? Oh God. Oh, sorry. I had a zit growing on here. That Zoe had a thing for Chase or something, and even before she went to England. So yeah. There have actually been talks about a reunion special on Zoe 101 now that I remember. But I don't know if I mean they're doing it on iCarly. It could happen, but like as a sort of special on the cast reminiscing. But yeah, oh yeah, season four. Sean Flynn, who played Chase, he's only the guest. Which that was one of my major complaints about season four was that they literally had to, and they literally put in James, a character the fan base hated so much that thankfully he and Zoe broke up. But yeah, it's actually funny because the actor who played Austin Butler, yeah, let me look. I think he did have a role, a cameo on Zoe 101 before having a full role. Yeah. And of course, I remember that Zoe 101, the series, there was, yeah, I remember Jamie Lynn Spears going under a lot of heat because, she had gotten pregnant while they were filming season four. But the thing is, they were, from what I know, contrary to popular belief, um, Jamie Lynn Spears was pregnant. And I know she was pregnant at 16. Don't ask why. Well, she's the younger sister of Britney Spears, and they're bound to get a lot of attention. So yeah, and the thing is, no one knew. No one knew she was pregnant until they finished filming the series finale, and essentially, yeah, I won't really say I endorse, teen pregnant. I do not endorse that type of thing, but I will say I do respect the fact that Jamie Lynn Spears did not get an abortion because I think abortion is terrible overall. I want to find the person, even though he's probably dead, who thought of the idea of abortion and choke on the corpse until the head pops off. Or probably no, it'll be the skeleton by now. So yeah, right here. However, the show was not canceled. Canceled. It was not until October 2007, 2 months after the final season had wrapped production, that the Zoe 101 staff learned about Jamie Lynn's pregnancy. It's because a lot of people, they don't really know much. I mean, I probably spend way too much time on the internet, so I research way too much information. It went from iCarly to Zoe 101, just like that. But hey, it shows how, like, sometimes my head absorbs way too much information that it's scary. But yeah, no one really watches these videos after the reactions. It's like Renegade Media Group, they only watch, unlike me, like a lot of them are like, video starts at blank. I know that meme, the Caleb memes, but I'm probably the only one who actually watches a lot of the Renegade Media Group videos from beginning to end, at least reactions, and sometimes the streaming, but that's because I'm not like everyone else. I mean, besides, the whole crew at Renegade Media Group, they always have an interesting things to talk about. But yeah, um, actually, let me look at the iCarly revival before we go, because it was only it was interesting that I only got to do this. This video just pops up right as the new episode, right as about when it's about to debut in 2 days. You know, which means that YouTube's algorithm is funny. In fact, I'm gonna say it wasn't. Let's see. Let's see. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm typing the comment here. I was gonna YouTube's elk. Yeah, I can't wait until my top comment will be there. In fact, I'm gonna write it. Wait. Yeah, so that way people don't think I'm crazy. So yeah, I'm looking up the series now, June 17th, and I'm sort of thankful. I might be thankful that Dan Schneider's no longer involved. But yeah, Ollie Ollie Shoden is the creator on the show, and Miranda Cosgrove is apparently the executive producer on it. So I am hoping it's good. I can't really say much. The first three episodes are scheduled to be released on June 17th, with subsequent episodes being released weekly. So, yeah. In fact, I don't even know what the first reviews are. It looks, and in fact, I've been trying to avoid anything new about it so far, so maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. I do hope it is far better than the last few years of Nickelodeon sitcoms. So, yeah, I'm looking at the episode guide before we leave the video. In fact, I'm gonna pause the recording until the page responds. Alright, I'm back. So it's sort of back to responding. Yeah, so apparently all three, the first three, and then they'll be released weekly every Thursday. So that'll be nice, I think. It looks like there's gonna be 13 episodes, um, right there. So I'm gonna end the video here. This was Binging with Babish, Spaghetti Tacos from iCarly. I'll leave a link to the original video down below, as well as a link to, Babish Culinary Universe, Andrew's channel, 9.08 subscribers. Can't wait for 10 million when. Wait, what is it? What could be a good 10 million subscriber special? Could it be Big Smoke's Order? I don't think so, but yeah. Babish Culinary Universe, or Wake Up Juice. I don't remember if he's made Wake Up Juice from Back to the Future Part 3. And of course, I'll leave a link to my Instagram. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I gotta have something to eat. I gotta eat something right now. That's beat, everyone. Take care. Let me try that again. That's beat, everyone. And we are clear.